and in this video I want to talk about some entry patterns and yeah, how to approach to the market, so how to get started, how to find an entry in the market, and then after that load it up. But yeah, anyways, so what we need to do, we need to find out where we have support and resistance levels within the market structure. Like we need to mark up our levels where price is bouncing at. Okay, I mean, right now at gold we have a really strong move. So if you have a strong move like that, you need to go to the lower time frames and see what kind of structure you can see. Okay, and let's talk about the break and retest first, guys. So what we need for break and retest, we need a clear breakout, and then we need a retest. And on the retest of this level, we need a rejection. Like this could be a doji, like a candle with this wick, for example. Like you see this wick, that's a rejection, boom, engulfing candle. That's a perfect entry signal. Okay, this is an entry signal you can use to get into the market. Like you could enter after this candle here on the 1 hour chart, put your stop below the structure, and then let it run. Another thing is you can go to the lower time frames as well, like 15-minute chart, for example. So we got our break here, retest, you see the rejection here, so this could be an entry as well. You see the break, retest, rejection, boom, rejection, doji, engulfing, and boom, this thing is ready to go. And then came back again, got rejected with a kind of a double top over here, came back, boom, to that level, got rejected, boom, and let's go straight to the upside. Yeah, break and retest, guys, very simple concept. Just wait for the breakout, wait for the comeback to the significant level, and when you see the rejection with the engulfing candle, you get into the market. And you set your stop below the structure, give it some air to breathe for potential double bottoms, stop hunts, or whatever. Like if you would enter it around here, you see price came down a little bit before it goes to the original direction. Okay, and what kind of confluence you can also add to your break and retest pattern. You could add a moving average, for example. Like you want to see the rejection near the, for example, this is the 50 moving average, like 50 period moving average. Let me show you the settings so you can set it up like this. It's 50 moving average, close, very easy. Like you could say, okay, I want to see a nice I want to see the rejection near the 50 moving average. You could add a moving average to your confirmation, to your confluence to make the trading decision. Okay. Or another thing you could do is use a Fibonacci. Okay, like you could use a Fibonacci and wait for a pullback inside of this ongoing move. Like this is the origin of the breakout. Boom, it break out, and then we have like 50% pullback. So you could wait for, after you see the breakout, you could wait for 50% pullback to get in, something like this. But I don't really recommend to use the Fibonacci tool um, to yeah, just you don't need to use it. Like it is no magic tool, nothing to get crazy about. Okay, if you like to use Fibonacci, then you of course you can use it as a confirmation, just for example, to get consistency within your trading decisions. Like you could always search an entry, wait for the move in your direction where you want to trade on the smaller time frames. Like let's go to the 5-minute and see what's going on the 5-minute. Wait for your move, like wait for the market to go into your direction, and then draw your fibs and wait for a 50% pullback or 61.8% pullback, okay, just to have a better price for the engine. This is something you can do. Like you could take the origin of the move. Like we had this rejection, so I will not count this as the beginning of the move. I will just count this as the beginning of the move, and then pull it to this high over here, and price pulled back very nice to the 50%, 61.8%, which is the golden level. And yeah, you could enter on this wick over here if you want. So the only thing you need to understand is the correlation from the higher time frames to the lower time frames. Like this is the higher time frame, 1 hour chart or 4 hour chart, okay? And you go down to see the structure, mark up your levels, and then you could just focus on break and retests within the trend direction, okay? What else you could do instead of using a moving average, for example on the 50-minute chart, you could just simply draw your trend lines. Like if you got this thing running, okay, and you got nice rejection in the trend line, like this is a nice trend line, and then you could easily wait to see this retest near the trend line, just to be safe that you're trading within this trend channel, because most of the time the market moves in these channels. As you can see, price is bouncing, come down, getting up, boom, bounce. Like the market is bouncing always in these kind of channels, okay? And all you need to do is find good entries within these channels, okay? Just trend channel and ride the wave. That's all we do. That's all we do, guys. Very simple. Keep it nice and easy. Okay, so what we have, so targets, guys, targets on the break and retest. So if you have the breakout and the retest, you could bank partial profits at the recent high, but if you got a strong trending market like gold, Nasdaq, or whatever, you should really try to let this thing run to higher highs, okay? You could easily, if you mark up your trend channel, okay, you could easily just try to, if you get the bounce and you got a nice entry somewhere around here, you could easily try to let this thing run to your trend channel, to the top of the trend channel if you're trading an uptrend, okay? This is something you can do. And yeah, targets should be major support or resistance levels or psychological levels. And of course, exit confirmations could be kind of structure breaks on lower time frames or something like this. Okay, so where it was, okay, like you get in somewhere around here, price keeps pushing. Here we have kind of a stop hunt, break of structure. Maybe you would have gone out of this trade over here, or if you had a little bit more space, give it some air to breathe, and you would just hold it out until it hit the top of the trend channel that you was drawing up, or yeah, when you see that sellers getting in control of the market and then you want to get out. Yeah, these are exit confirmation, but let me check my gold trade right now, because gold is pushing crazy. Took a few losses on the way to the top, but now gold is coming back down to the bottom of the trend line. And it's moving, guys. It's moving really quick. I'm checking the 1 minute chart just to see what's going on. And yeah, it's really pushing like crazy. Let me take partial profits. What is our aim for this one? Yeah, 1.8 1880 is a good It's a good trade. That's great. Some, yeah, let's close some of the position. Okay, 200 runs, still running. 150 running. Let's see if we can get to low lows, but it's still pushing. That's fine. That's great. That's great. 1 minute chart, still falling. Sweet. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's a great trade. So let's close it back on 6 million. What a nice trade. This was a breakout trade, guys. Let me tell you, this is the next thing I want to talk about, guys. Our entry patterns breakouts, okay? So yeah, let me switch the screen to the trading view application. Let me show you what I did, okay? Exactly, because today I was day trading on gold on the 1 minute time frame, and so what I did, I took a long position over here, then unfortunately got stopped out on this move, made a loss. Then I was getting in again because I saw a buyer stepping in, but then it got rejected again, and then somewhere around in this area I was just closing it with a small loss. And then after that, I mean, you can clearly see that this thing is just moving in this box, okay? And all I did, and I've called this one in the group as well, all I did is I said I close this one and just wait for the break out of this channel. So if it goes to the lower, if it breaks out to the bottom of that channel, I'm gonna sell it. If it goes to the upside, I'm gonna buy it. And all I did was just scaling in on the breakout, scaling in on the retest, and then just loading it up. Hold it, load up some more, and then boom, got the drop. And all I did before that to know where I want to get out was just mark up my trend lines. Like I was checking the trend lines, I marked up a few horizontal support and resistance levels that we have on the way. Like I think I took them from the 5-minute chart. So we had a level over here. This somewhere around here was a channel where we slashed it through it, and this one is a clear level where price is reacting at as well. And yeah, here in this area would be another one, this area here. But yeah, I don't like to hold selling trades on gold because it is a bullish market at the moment, and all I wanted was a quick, like a quick short. That's all I wanted for this one, and it worked out well. Let's see, maybe we can get another push around that level where we are at right now, but it is nearly end of the session and I'm not sure if I want to get in now because yeah, I would better focus on updating the course. So the breakout trades, what I do, I mean, first of all I want to say, guys, breakout trades on gold can make so much money if you are on the if you're on the right side. If it breaks out, it's really insane, guys. Really, like, check this out. On the 4-hour time frame, we had this huge consolidation, and I will talk about this trade in another video as well, where I explain you how to scale in on everything. But what I did was just waiting for the breakout either to the downside or to the upside, because it was breaking out of the trend channel, so I expected maybe it could drop, but it didn't drop. It come back to the trend channel and boom, it's on the way to all-time highs. Okay, And yeah, what I just do when I trade breakouts is I just wait for the breakout and then get in. And if it moves in my favor, I'm gonna load it up. This is what I do. So let's go to the lower time frames. Yeah, so we have this channel over here. Okay, this channel got broken clearly, like it's got clearly broken. And then all we need to do is find a nice entry and then try to let it run. Okay, this is all we do with breakout trades. And stop losses, we should put stop losses um, below the structure that we can see on the smaller time frames. Like we can go to maybe the 15-minute chart as well. And if you see that the market is breaking out, and you see this, it builds a structure, like it goes up, down, consolidating a little bit, and you have another breakout over here. So you could wait for the breakout, retest, boom, 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 breakout. You can always trade breakouts. I mean, breakouts are a great way to trade the markets. You don't need to always wait for retest, because if the market is moving, it is moving, okay? That's why I love to trade breakouts. Because you can feel it. You can feel it when the market wants to break out and wants to keep pushing, or if it's just a fake out. You can feel that very fast, and it comes with the experience. But if the market if the market breaks out and it holds the level, then this is a sign. If it doesn't slash through back in the channel, then this is a sign that this market want to blast through the roof. Okay, if it starts slowing down around in this area, then that means this thing will probably shoot up. Okay, and then all you have to do is find a good entry, set a small stop, and then manage the trade along the way. Okay, this was a crazy trade. This was one of the crazy trades where I banked around 1.5 million or something like that. So yeah, it just bounced at the level, built kind of structure, as you can see, built kinds of structure, and then it starts at this point where it was breaking out the recent high. It was really starts moving and could not get stopped. Okay, I was exiting the trade somewhere around in this area because it was rejecting and it was not going anywhere. But let's talk about the next pattern that you can use for an entry. Okay, and this is the what I call the triangle, or however you want to call it. Like, it is a channel. Price is kind of falling. Like, let's go to the lower time frame, the 5-minute chart, where we are here right now. Price is moving in this channel. You see this? And if you can see that price is moving in a channel like this, and you will see this kind of channels on the way. If the market is really strong trending, if it is really strong trending market, you will see these channels along the way. And these are, for me, these are kind of breakout patterns. Okay, the market is loading its energy up, and as soon as it breaks out of that channel, sometimes it will come back to the middle of the channel. It will make a retest, but then it will just go blast the thing through the roof. Okay, sometimes, of course, you have this fake out moves and it goes the other way. I mean, no patterns that I'm gonna show you, or no patterns that you see in the market, will work 100% of the time. Okay, they will not work 100% of the time. So sometimes you have just the breakout out of the channel, retest, and then it starts going up. Or sometimes it will just break out, and sometimes it will fake you out and go the other way. None of these patterns have 100% accuracy, and they don't need to have that. Okay, they just you just need to have consistency in how to approach these patterns. Okay, you can wait for the breakout, trade the breakout, or you can wait for the breakout and trade the retest. Okay, this is up to you how you want to do it. Okay, you need to have consistency in how you approach the patterns. Okay, this is very important, because if you always do it different, you will not find consistency in your trading. You will not get comfortable with your trading. Okay, I mean, you will never get 100% comfortable, because the market are crazy. They do what they want to do. Okay, but you get kind of confidence if you do the same thing over and over again. And this is what you need to do as a trader. You need to do the same thing over and over again. I know it is a fucking boring job. Okay, it is fucking boring, but you gotta let your emotions out of this business and just do the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, I mean, these patterns, like I said, they will not work 100% of the time, but they will work sometimes. And if you know how to load that shit up, and we're gonna talk about that in another in one of the next videos. I'm gonna show you exactly how to scale in on good runs, how to cut losses quick, and yeah, if you know how to do it, then you're gonna make a lot of money in the markets. And so, where could you probably place your stop if you see a structure like this? It's breaking out. I mean, it's breaking out. You could place your stop somewhere around here, here, here. But when I got this line, this kind of trend line, and you get in on the breakout, you could easily just have the stop somewhere around this area below these clear resistance levels. Price was bouncing 3 times at it, so just a little bit below that is fine. Then you can scale in on the retest, another one, boom, 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 and then let this thing blast through the roof, and then you can wait for another exit signal. You can exit on, of course, on support and resistance level, but I will always recommend you to try to hold on to the trades, just to make sure. Try to hold on to the trades just to make sure that you give the market the chance to give you his full potential. Okay, and now let me show you what happened on gold and why it was a good decision to exit the trade, because now it's going back up and we have exited the trade around here, exactly when the move was over at around the support area. Okay, of course, I could have gone into the trade as soon as I saw the breakout here after this comeback breakout. This is a 3-leg extension. You could have entered this one with a low below the structure over here or here on the 1-minute time frame, and just try to let it run to the upside, because we are still in the big uptrend. Okay, we are still in the fat ass uptrend. Market is moving to the top. This was just a pullback move. Yeah, we banked on the pullback move and could have entered here again, but yeah, I'm recording this video, so I'm not 100% focused on the chart, so I don't want to make a bad decision right now. But anyways, yeah, so what we got the break and retest. Very simple concept, easy going, guys. I'm sure everybody of you can do this. And the breakouts, very easy as well. If you see it breaks out, man, just get it. Go to the lower time frames and search for a very nice stop loss, so that you can get the best risk reward ratio that you can have. Okay, if you set your stops on the bigger time frames, it will be not that easy for you to get a good stop. Okay, I always check the lower time frames, check the structure, and then search for very good entries. Okay, this is what I like to do. I like to place them sometimes below the trend line, just below the trend line. If the trend line gets broken, I don't want to be in anymore. Or if I go to the lower time frames, I just move the stop with the structure on the lower time frames, because it is always moving in a kind of a structure. You see this on the 5-minute chart, it's going up, coming down for a pullback, structure low, break out to scale in, boom. Structure low, break out for scaling in, boom. Move your stop below this. And just ride with the structure, guys. Simple. I'm sure you all can do this. Yeah, guys, it is a fucking candlestick game, so don't overcomplicate things, okay? Um, what else do I have? I mean, then there are these head and shoulder patterns, okay? Let me draw one head and shoulder pattern. So you got a structure, okay? You got a structure and a bullish structure like this. You have the new high, and then the market comes down, okay? Boom. So the structure is nearly broken, or it is broken, but the bullish structure is no longer valid, okay? And then most of the time what you will see, either the market drops below that and comes back, or you will see that it bounces, comes to the top of the left shoulder, somewhere around here, and after that it starts dropping for lower lows, okay? And what you can do here, I mean, yeah, it is a head and shoulder, but it could be easily a break of the trend channel with a retest, and boom, okay? So you don't get crazy about it. You don't need to search for it. I mean, if you mark up your trend lines and all that stuff, you will see it anyways, okay? But yeah, where you can actually take the trade. I mean, if you're one of these guys who love to get a good entry and take the risk that this could be a double bottom, and I mean, if you try to get the left shoulder, it is not it is sometimes it is not that easy, because sometimes the market pushes us up. But anyways, with every entry you take, you don't know if it works out or not, okay? But yeah, if you want a good entry, just enter the market as soon as you see, like, let's say you see this head and shoulders forming on the 4-hour chart, and then you go down to the lower time frame, like 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute chart, and see if you get a rejection, if the market starts dropping, okay? As soon as you see it starts dropping, you can get in. If you want, you can place a very tight stop just above this shoulder, or you can just place your stop above the head, okay? This is something you can do. And how I like to trade the head and shoulders is I like to wait for the clear break of structure, and then the pullback move to the left shoulder, and then boom. So I wait for the break of structure, retest, getting in, stop above, and then manage the thing along the way. Another entry you could find on the head and shoulders formation would be this one here. You could trade the breakout with a stop above here, or you can wait for another retest, getting in around in this area. As soon as you see rejection, place your stop above here, okay? These are 3 ways to enter a head and shoulders, but at the end of the day, it is all just simple structure, okay? All you need to understand is where is the last higher low, where's the higher high, where's the lower high, where's the lower low. Just read the structure and make your decision based on the structure that you can read, and of course the support levels, the major support levels, and all that stuff. Keep your entries and exits simple. Just do the same thing over and over again, okay? Don't get too crazy about it. Just keep it really simple, okay? Just focus on breakouts or break and retest, and use the higher time frame, like the 4-hour chart, to your advantage to know where the price is going, and then use the smaller time frames to get really good entries and to get the confirmation that the thing is actually running in your favor, because you only want to take a trade if it's running in your favor, okay? You don't want to guess that it might turn around. You don't want to pick tops and bottoms. No, you want to wait until you can see on the smaller time frame that the structure runs in your favor. Okay, I mean, like I told you, when I go to the 1 minute chart here on gold, I mean, gold is my baby, that's why I'm always talking about gold. On the 1 minute chart, you can clearly see how the structure switched. Like now it's started with the bullish structure. I mean, at this point over here, it got clearly broken now. Now we have the confirmation that it is a bullish structure. But on the smaller time frame, if you see that it comes down and it starts this is a 3-leg extension, so you have a confirmation that this support level actually holds, so you can step into the game. You can wait for the three leg extension, like 1, 2, 3 break. At the breakout you can get in, place your stop below here and try to ride this thing. Boom, get here in again, then move your stop above below that and try to ride this thing to the top. Okay, very easy. Keep it simple, guys. Hope this was helpful, and yeah, keep hustling, guys. Keep hustling, make this moolah. Let's get it. I wish you a great time. Wait, guys, I forgot something. The trend channels. How to trade the trend channels, guys. It is simple. You got your trend channel. I mean, you can clearly mark up the levels where the price bouncing at the most. You can mark them up, and most of the time you can just copy this trend line and put it on the top for the upper trend channel. And all you need to do is search for entries for buy opportunities. In this case, you search for buy opportunities around at the bottom of the trend channel, and you look for sell opportunities or to exit your trades around at the top of the trend channel. And with every trade you take, you first start on the bigger time frame, then you scan the market environment, and then you go to the lower time frame and see what's going on. Do you got the structure that going in your favor? Boom, get in. Search for a nice stop loss, tight and easy, so that you cut your losses quick. Don't give back too much. Make sure that you have a good lot size running on your trade so that you can actually make money, because you need to understand risk equals opportunity. Okay, and you gotta take risk to make money. We are here to make money, so we gotta take risks. Okay, I know many people out there telling you, yeah, you can make maybe 5% a year, 10% a year, and that's, for me, as I know how this game works, and I know that's bullshit. Okay, these are just pussies. They are just scared to step into the game and put some money on the table. They are fucking scared, man. Pussies. Okay, and if you want to make some money, don't be a pussy. Okay, of course you have to manage your risk, like you don't over leverage your account, but if you got a good entry, great stop loss, then you can have a nice risk reward ratio, and maybe you risk 2%, 3% on a trade, but your stop loss is so tight that you have a risk reward ratio of maybe 5 times, 10 times, and then if you scale it up on the way, maybe you flip your account on one trade, guys. Everything is possible. I've seen a lot of my students who flip their account like crazy. One of my students, one of our team members, one of my students, he flipped $150 account into 4,400. Guys, that's insane, but it's possible if you give the market the chance to do it. Okay, so hold on to the winning trades, cut your losses quick, and I'm out. Peace out.